Good morning. It's a beautiful day. It's a little brisk right here. It started out in the mid 40s. Airplanes flying in and out. This morning I was, I was driving my bike, doing my morning thing. I was, this thing came to me. Last night I had I reconnected with an old friend of mine. Right, his name's Kenny. He's he's a vet, Iraq. He's saying he was over there. He did, fire base. He was a soldier, gunner. He was a cool kid, right? Uh, how I met him was that him and a friend they seen a couple of my videos when I was in Rachel, and they came from Oklahoma all the way out to Rachel, Nevada, Area 51, just to meet me, just to hang out with me, see what I was about, right? And I made this solid connection, this friendship connection, right, with Kenny. Good kid, good guy, big, robust, strong Oklahoma boy, right? He's in his late 30s, you know. Heck, when I left Rachel, I went back to Oklahoma, hung out with him, stayed with him for a while, a couple 3 months. You know what I'm saying? We did some cool stuff. We restored an old, 65 Thunderbird. We hung out. Right? Kenny had it going. He had this really good job over in Oklahoma City. He was a security expert. Dude, manager guy for this big, country club. Right? Big club, big thing. Had his buddies. He had it going. He had a Harley, big old 4-wheel drive. They lived in a big house. But when I was there, he had a fiance. Right? They had all these big plans. They were going to get married. You know what I'm saying? They were going to live happily ever after and all that stuff. And had it going. Kenny had it going. He was doing good. They were doing good. Right? And then after I left, we kind of lost contact. I mean, you guys know why. So when I got out, right, so I got my phone. I was looking through my contacts list, and there was Kenny. And I'm like, wow, I wonder if Kenny's still there, still alive, still has the same phone number, right? So I looked him up in my contacts, and I sent him an email. Hey, bro, what's up? That was a couple weeks ago, right? Well, anyways, yesterday he sent me a message. Hey, bro, hey, sorry, man, I just barely checked my email just today, and yeah, my phone number's the same. Give me a call. So last night when I got back over to the house, right after I cooked me some food, and yes, I made a video, but I, got on the old horn there, and gave him a call, and it was great. I'm glad. I'm extremely glad that Kenny chose to reconnect with me. That's what this video is about. This video is about connections, friendship. Because for a lot, I truly admire this young man for a lot of reasons. Right? He's highly motivated. He's extremely intelligent. He's selfless. Kenny's one of those rare individuals that understands that the reward of anything is in the act. And Kenny gave of himself for us, all of us, over there in Iraq. Whether you agree with the policies or not, you have to support the soldiers, the men and the women, right, that act selflessly to protect us and our way of life. You have to. And connections, right? So, anyways, me and Kenny were talking on the phone, and I'm like, hey, bro, so, what's up? What's happening with you guys? You guys still together? What's the deal? And he's like, there was, silence on the phone for, a few seconds, right? And finally, he said, hey, Brian, that kind of like all fell apart. Said, we're not together anymore, And I'm like, dude, you ain't got to explain it. Things happen. Life gets in the way sometimes, right? Anyway, I said, so anyway, so what are you doing now? He said, well, he said, check this out. He said, you appreciate this. You know what I'm saying? He says, I did something, after it all fell apart. You know what I'm saying? Because Kenny is, he's 100% disabled, disability, service connected, war, right? Fucks you up, does, you know. But he's still all in there, you know what I'm saying? You just, PTSD and all that other stuff, right? So Kenny did something extraordinary. Right? There's two ways to go in this situation, in a situation like that, where his life fell apart. You know what I'm saying? In this, all of us, there's two ways to go. You can either do something extraordinary and broaden your horizons and your intellect and your heart, you know what I'm saying? And go do something adventurous and learn from the experience. Or, right, and this happens a lot, say, it's unfortunate. Or, right, you could do something stupid. And in the vast majority of cases, whatever stupid thing we do to ourselves. Right? I mean, only like, 10, 15, 20% of the time do we do something stupid to somebody else. The vast majority of the time we do something stupid to ourselves. But Kenny, because of who he is, chose to do something. And where he got the inspiration from this, I have no clue. Kenny went to Peru. His adventures took him to Peru and the jungles and the mountains. And he was down there for a while, wandering around. And while he was down there, he came to certain conclusions regarding his own life. So, I'm glad that he chose to reconnect with me. You know what I'm saying? Right. But, while he was down there, some of these conclusions led him to, he stopped eating red meat. He stopped eating poultry. He ate a little bit on the way when he got back, but it just wasn't working for him. You know what I'm saying? So he's primarily vegetarian. He told me that he still eats fish. You know what I'm saying? Seafood, shellfish, stuff like that. But for the most part, he's a vegetarian, right? And he feels better and he does better. You know what I'm saying? And he learned, he grew spiritually and intellectually from all of this, right? And that's what I'm talking about here. I mean, you know, I gained, Kenny made my little light bulb just a little bit brighter last night. And when we were talking, having this conclusion, because Kenny knows me. I mean, a lot of you know me through this, but Kenny's one of those people that actually he shook my hand. We've sat down and got drunk. We've ate food at each other's tables, and we've done things together, right? We have forged this bond, a connection that stretches over eons, over time, you know, and it's important for you guys to get the message that get out of your chair. I've said this 100 zillion times. Don't just sit there in your chair and stare at the box. Get outside. Enjoy the morning. Go to the boonies. Drive in your car. Ride your bike. Get on your motorcycle. Ride your horse. Walk. Get out and connect. Right? Hang out with your friends. Learn more about them, about those people that you care about. Figure out, Sam, excuse me, figure out why it is you like them and what's important about them and that draws you to them. You know what I'm saying? And support that, right? And through that support, through that selfless act, you are rewarding yourself. Right? I mean, I've talked about this a lot. It's been a long time since I made one of these kind of videos, but I've made hundreds of them. They're all stored in this playlist called Spirituality, right, and Higher Thinking. And I've talked about all kinds of stuff. There's hundreds of videos in that playlist. So this is not just some wild scheme that I pulled out of the back of my head. I think about this stuff all the time. I think because a lot of you know this. I'm a pagan. I'm a pagan believer. But before some of you new people jump to that conclusion. I'm not a witch. I'm not a Wiccan. So they have some good tenets in their belief system. You know what I'm saying? Earth, earth first, you know what I'm saying? Spirituality, connect, peace, love. Yeah, that's all good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm my paganism goes way farther back. So my traditions come because I'm of Spanish origin, Spain, right? My traditions come from the Celtic people. Here's the fact: 6 out of every 10 of us white people on this planet come from some type of Celtic origin, right? And those are my traditions, those are my belief systems, right? And so I look at the world differently. Everything here is alive and sentient and has meaning. Possessions are meaningless to me. Money is not the single most important thing in life. It's not, right? I'm saying money is just a tool you carry around in the toolbox. You pull it out when you need it. But for the most of us, you know what I'm saying, the connections, the people that we know, right, right, are more valuable. Friendship is the most valuable thing, right? The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, right? They believed that virtue, that being a virtuous person, was the most valuable thing in life, right? And Kenny's one of these people to me, right? Kenny makes me a better person just knowing him. Other people make me better just knowing him. I hope that I make some of you better just, by talking about these things, right? You know, so think about it. Spend some time enjoying the morning, the birds, right? Drink some coffee sitting in the chair on your porch, looking around, right? Be the wind sometimes. With all that being said, you know what I'm saying? If you want to, you know, I encourage you, everybody, to go back and look around my channel, right? I've said this before in other videos, right? Try, look, get a broader sense of who Brian really is. I'm not just some old crazy homeless dude, saying that sleeps on the ground on cardboard, begging for handouts. I don't do that. Right? Begging's not a hustle. But there's a whole lot more to me than just this one single shot, right? Or where people, or where some people, the box, some people are trying to put me in. I don't live in a box. I live out here in the world. So go back, look. I'm pretty sure, what I'm saying, that the adventure's not over. And I'll see you right here in the next one.